I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Good morning, Montgomery School community, and welcome to our Friday chapel. Today I'm excited to have another 8th grade speaker, Aiden Heath, who I will introduce in just a few moments. It's a busy week at Montgomery, and we have a couple of special events coming up. First is later today, we are hosting an open house for lower school families and for middle school families. Earlier this week, parents, you received an email from the admission office asking you to share this event with families that you know of that may be interested in Montgomery, especially with remote learning and the opportunities that we are providing students. We've heard from quite a few families that are not as happy in their current school setting and would like to explore Montgomery and would love for you to promote us both through social media and through direct emails to families that you know. We will be recording these open houses, so families will also have a chance to engage with us after the open house if they're not able to make this specific event. In addition, the benefit auction items are live, and I hope that you all have registered to join us on Saturday evening and plan to have an at-home party to join us for the benefit. The registration instructions are on the benefit page, and you've been sent emails with the very easy sign up to do that, and hope that you will join us for what is a wonderful event. The money raised by the benefit directly turns back to support students in our educational program here at Montgomery. And then finally, next week, you will be hearing more specifics about our Greek and Roman games. And our Greek and Roman captains have been working with our physical education department to plan a virtual Greek and Roman games to continue the tradition and the celebration of this wonderful event. So stay tuned for that. Congratulations to the new students who've been named Greek or Romans, and look for your t-shirts to be arriving in the mail. As you all know, this week is Teacher Appreciation Week, and all week long we've been celebrating our faculty, and I've seen so many messages of love and affection from our students to their teachers. One that was shared with me recently this week is a song from Kieran Wisnicki that I would like to share with you all as I start my remarks.
You're all so special, in fact, you've made it so clear. When you give a lesson, we haven't heard it before. But you have a talent, a wonderful thing, 'cause everyone listens when you start to teach. I'm so grateful and proud. All I want is to sing it out loud. So I say thank you for the teachers, the lessons they're giving. Thanks for all the joy they're bringing. Who can live without them? I ask in all honesty. What would life be without the words of a teacher to inspire? So I say thank you for the teachers, for giving them to me.
Thank you, Kieran. That was lovely. I also want to thank Chloe Simoes, who sent this sign to us at Montgomery to be able to display in gratitude for our faculty. I love the ways, big and small, that students and parents are reaching out to individual teachers or to the administrators to share with the faculty in general. As we finish week 6 of remote learning, a slight sense of fatigue is settling in as we progress to the end of the school year. At the same time, we also have tremendous gratitude for the work our teachers are doing. Faculty have always given of themselves to their students through preparations of their lessons. In these times, the preparations have taken on a new meaning and much more time. And we are so appreciative of the faculty for giving of themselves to their students and the work of teaching and learning. When I think about a great teacher, I think about a handful of criteria. First, teachers create a sense of community and belonging, and that has taken on a new light in this time. What are the ways you can do advisory or morning meeting and create that sense of community and belonging and be seen and be known? I always look for teachers that love children, who are warm, accessible, enthusiastic, and caring. We also look for teachers who set high expectations, and those expectations have not changed in these times of remote learning. And faculty are reaching out, giving students feedback, encouraging their growth and development, and supporting them individually in their daily efforts. Another criteria we typically look for is someone who can shift gears and is flexible. Well, boy, has that been called into necessity this year. And we formed a remote learning team when the pandemic was starting, and that group of teachers really stepped up and led and helped us to figure out what we initially launched. In addition, every faculty member has contributed to the success of the program that we are delivering right now. And we've had conversations internally about what this summer will look like and the work we will need to do to be prepared for the possibility of remote learning at points during next school year. And I have complete confidence in our faculty for the work they will do and their flexibility and their creativity they will bring to that work. Another characteristic we look for is faculty who collaborate with their colleagues, and that has become so much more critical in this time of remote learning. I think the faculty connections and support of each other has only been enhanced by the need to check in with each other and support each other and strengthen those bonds. And the final characteristic is one that has a love of learning. All of our faculty do this work because they love students, they love learning, and they love to grow themselves. So I know when we look back on this difficult time with some distance, we will be able to reflect with thanks and respect for the extraordinary efforts of our teachers to continue their delivery of high-quality, thoughtful education under unforeseen and entirely new circumstances. So let me close by saying how grateful I, the Board of Trustees, the entire administration is to the faculty for all that they are doing, seen and unseen, in the virtual educational environment to continue Montgomery School's mission. I'd like to close with this quote: "Teachers who love teaching teach children to love learning." Thank you to our faculty. Celebrating birthdays in the upcoming week, today, Friday, May 8th, is 6th grader Ayon Reggae. Saturday, May 9th, is 8th grader Sarah Wilburn. Also on Saturday, May 9th, is 1st grader Ava Raphael. And also on Saturday, May 9th, is 1st grader Malia Wolford. On Sunday, May 10th, is Mrs. Mashendero. On Tuesday, May 12th, is Mrs. Kydell. And on Wednesday, the 13th, is 6th grader Katie Graff. So let's sing happy birthday to all of our friends. I would now like to introduce Aiden Heath for today's 8th grade chapel. Aiden came to Montgomery in 1st grade, and Aiden has gotten to be known by his teachers as a dedicated student who works hard to meet the goals that he sets for himself. He's a hard worker. He's run cross country and played soccer. Aiden has the distinct recognition of being one of the only students who has been both on the stage as an actor in the middle school musical, as well as being part of the tech crew in operating the lighting cues. Aiden demonstrated wonderful leadership this fall with his class during the 8th grade leadership retreat. I am excited to hear from Aiden today. I know that he is an avid reader, and he will be sharing more with you about his love for books. So please join me in welcoming Aiden to the stage.
Good morning, parents, teachers, faculty, and students. As most of you know, my name is Aiden Heath, and today I will be talking to you about books and my favorite books I read each year of my life, and the lessons I learned from reading. Books have always been a big part of my life since the age of 1, and you may think, how can you read at age 1? But I just looked at the pictures. So at age 1, I read, or more just looked at the pictures, Brown Bear, What Do You See?, which is a literature classic about asking different animals what they see, which include a brown bear, a red bird, a yellow duck, and even a blue horse. At age 2, the main book my mom read to me were the Sesame Street board books, which are about common everyday life lessons such as sharing, counting, and rhyming. At age 3, I read A Very Hungry Caterpillar, which is about a caterpillar who emerges from an egg. As soon as the caterpillar hatches, it eats everything around it. The caterpillar keeps on eating until it can't possibly eat anymore. It then decides to build a cocoon around itself, and then it hatches as a big, beautiful butterfly. At age 4, I read Cars and Trucks and Things That Go, which is about a family of pigs, Ma, Pa, Penny, and Pickles, who are going on a vacation to the beach. On the way to the beach, they encounter army vehicles, dump trucks, hot dog cars, steam locomotives, and even the famous Officer Flossie, who's chasing Dingo all the way to the beach. The pig family even try to find the legendary gold bug, but with no luck until the end. The pigs then head back home and discover they have new neighbors. At age 5, I read Are You My Mother?, which is a classic book written by P.D. Eastman and is about a mother bird and her egg. The mother bird lays an egg, and the egg starts to shake so much that the mother flies off to find food. While the mother is gone, the baby bird hatches and starts looking for his mother. The bird asks a hen, a cow, and even a crane. When the bird asks the crane puts the baby bird back in his nest, and then the mother bird comes back with food. At age 6, I read The Jungle Book, which is about a young boy, Mowgli, who is raised by wolves from birth. Mowgli is guided by a no-nonsense panther, Bagheera, and a fun-loving bear, Baloo. Mowgli soon finds out that a fierce tiger, Shere Khan, wants him dead. Mowgli then summons all his courage and faces Shere Khan and scares him off with the red flower, which is fire. Mowgli then returns to the man village to be protected by his own kind. The big takeaway I learned from this book is to have courage like Mowgli did when he chased off Shere Khan with the red flower. At age 7, I read The Waterhole, which is a classic children's story, and it's about a waterhole where more and more of the same species of animals come to drink, such as 3 toucans, 5 moose, and even 7 pandas. As more animals come to the waterhole to drink, the waterhole gets smaller and smaller. When the 10 kangaroos come to drink from the waterhole, there is none left. Then, one night, a mighty storm hits and fills the waterhole right back up, and then all the animals return. At age 8, I read The Magic Tree House, which is a magical book following the adventures of 2 young children, Jack and Andy, who were magically transported to historical time periods via the use of a treehouse. They are soon joined to help Morgan Le Fay, a powerful sorceress. They then soon set out to travel through time such as Camelot, the time of Ben Franklin, and even to the land of pharaohs and pirates to solve problems and puzzles. The lesson I learned from this book was to have curiosity, which is shown in a lot of books when Jack and Annie always uncover some new secret or treasure. At age 9, I read Fablehaven, which is about a young brother and sister named Seth and Kendra, who have to stay at their grandma and grandpa's for the summer. They soon find out that their grandparents are caretakers of magical creatures such as trolls, fairies, witches, and even demons. Both Kendra and Seth must use their wits and cunning to survive each new book as they face new and more dangerous villains and demons. At age 10, I read Diary of a Wimpy Kid, which is about a 12-year-old middle schooler named Greg Heffley, who has a love of video games, especially Twisted Wizard. His best friend is an overly friendly boy named Riley Jefferson. Greg lives with an overprotective mom named Susan, a manipulative younger brother named Manny, a Civil War-loving dad, and an older brother who plays in a band called Loaded Diaper. Greg Heffley has to deal with morons in middle school, girls, and even his own family. At age 11, I read Percy Jackson, The Lightning Thief, which is about a 12-year-old named Percy Jackson who lives in New York City. He then soon finds out he is a demigod, which means he is half human, half god, and his mom is mortal, and his dad is the legendary Poseidon, and he is immortal. Percy then soon enlists in a camp for fellow demigods called Camp Half-Blood, and with the help of a satyr and a daughter of Athena, Percy must journey across the United States to catch the thief who stole Zeus's master bolt. At age 12, I read Harry Potter, which most of you have probably heard of, but it's about an 11-year-old boy who is a magician named Harry Potter, but his aunt and uncle deny him that truth for most of his life. The fact is then revealed by Hagrid, a half-giant. He then soon enlists in a school for fellow magicians like himself. Harry then befriends Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, his two closest friends for books to come. Harry then unexpectedly gets a chance to fight the notorious Lord Voldemort, his greatest foe, with the help of cunning, his friends, and a pure bit of luck. The lesson I took away from this was to always count on your friends, because Ron and Hermione always help Harry no matter the situation. At age 13, I read the Gone series, which was written by the renowned author Michael Grant, and this book involves about 300 kids from the age of 1 to 14 trapped in Perdido Beach with a dome trapping them from their loved ones. Kids start realizing living without their parents isn't all it's cracked up to be. Kids have to find out how to survive with destruction and chaos brewing. Kids then start experiencing extraordinary powers, such as Sam Temple, who can shoot killing light out of his hands, or Decatalent, who can cancel gravity. Some kids turn into heroes, while others turn into villains and even monsters. My first lesson I learned from books is never judge a book by its cover. I know you've probably heard this 1,000 times, but it's true. Half of the books I've read, the cover does not look very intriguing, but the content is very captivating. This is true for a lot of situations, like if you're trying to make new friends but you're judging them on what they look like. You really need to be judging them on how they act and what their personality is. An example of this would be the Gone series book. The cover looked very unintriguing, with just two kids standing on the beach with a green glow behind them, but I read the book and I actually loved it. My second lesson is always give a book or someone a second chance. Let's say you're reading a book series and the first book is not that great. Continue to the next books in the series because they might be better. Also, if you're really good friends with someone and they make you mad, give them a second chance and forgive them for what they did. This is true for a lot of books that I read, such as the Fablehaven series. The first book was very uneventful and nothing very exciting happened, but I persevered and read the next 4 books and I ended up loving the series. My third and final lesson is don't care what other people think about you. Almost all the books I've read, the kids in each one are different in their own unique way. If you like yourself and approve of yourself, then there's no reason to change yourself depending on someone else's liking. A major example of this would be Diary of a Wimpy Kid. Riley Jefferson loves just being himself, even if he's a little weird, and Greg keeps on trying to get him to change so as to not embarrass him. So those are the lessons I've learned from reading and the books I read each year of my life. Thank you and have a great day.
All right, Montgomery School, happy Friday. This one goes out to Aiden. Congratulations, Aiden. Proud of you. It might seem crazy what I'm about to say. Sunshine, she's here, you can take a break. I'm a hot air balloon that could go to space. With the air like I don't care, baby, by the way. Because I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I belong if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I belong if you know what happiness is to you. Because I belong if you feel like that's what you want to do. Here come bad news, talking this and that. Give it all you got and don't hold back. I should probably warn you, you'll be just fine. No offense to you, and don't waste your time. Because I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I belong if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I belong if you know what happiness is to you. Because I belong if you feel like that's what you want to do. I belong if you feel like a room without a roof. Because I belong along if you feel like happiness is the truth. Because I'm clap along if you know what happiness is to you. Because I'm clap along if you feel like that's what you want to do. Have a fantastic weekend, Montgomery School. We miss you. We'll see you very, very soon.